Back in Atlanta with another video at the historic Oakland Cemetery. We're going to visit the grave of golf legend Bobby Jones. This is going to be a quick one-off, and I don't know if you know a lot about Bobby Jones, because he was what he did for golf was pretty good, especially for the Atlanta area of golf. So there's signs that tell you, hey, get out of that way, because golf legend Bobby Jones is that way. Well, I'll tell you what, while I look for Bobby's grave, Audio Jason will take over and tell you a little bit more about his grave. Take over, Jason.
Bobby Jones is a Hall of Fame golfer. Even though his career was brief and he competed as an amateur, he is considered by many to have been the greatest practitioner of his game that ever lived. He was a child prodigy in golf and was instructed by Scottish professional Stewart Maiden. He started entering junior tournaments at the age of 6, and at 14 made it to the third round of the U.S. Amateur. And at 16, he captured his first significant title when he won the Georgia State Amateur. His first major title came when he won the 1923 U.S. Open in a playoff against Bobby Cruickshank, which began a 7-year dominance of the game that saw him capture 13 majors in 20 attempts, while 5 times representing the United States in the Walker Cup. He represented the U.S. Open in victory in 1926, 29, and 1930. Then he took the British Open in 1926, 1927, and 1930. And he was the U.S. Amateur Champion in 1924, 1925, 1927, 28, and 1930. In 1930, he captured his only British amateur title to complete the legendary and never duplicated Grand Slam of the 4 major titles in the same year. Mr. Jones was honored with the AAU's first annual Sullivan Award, but then stunned the world by announcing his retirement from competitive golf. In 1931, Bobby Jones partnered with a New York investment banker, Clifford Roberts, to buy the plot of ground that was to be opened as his self-designed Augusta National Golf Club in 1933. A year later, in 1934, it was inaugurated as the Masters Tournament. He was to play in the tournament every year up to 1948, and though his game was no longer in shape to compete at an elite level, he still made respectable showings. During World War II, he served as a lieutenant colonel in the United States Army Air Corps, while allowing the Army to graze cattle at Augusta National Golf Club. Bobby Jones was diagnosed with a disease that eventually led to his disability of being confined to a wheelchair. Despite his deteriorating health, he continued to host the Masters every year. Mr. Jones died from an accumulation of chronic problems and was baptized into the Catholic Church on his deathbed. Bobby Jones was elected to the World Golf Hall of Fame in 1974, and even today he remains part of American folklore.
Well, there is no mistaking it once you find it. The golf balls kind of give it away, don't they? So yeah, that was Audio Jason telling you all about Mr. Jones and all the things that he's done. So I hope you enjoyed this little quick one-off here to see, because I love golf, so this was an honor and a privilege to see him. So if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so, and if you enjoy some of this content, please consider checking out all the other stuff that we produce. Help the channel grow and help us to try to get to a place where we can go further and do this on a larger scale. Thank you so much, and you never know what you're going to find on the back roads.